Welcome to part 2 of Email Marketing for Beginners. In this video, we'll talk about the most effective ways to start capturing email addresses and what to do after you get one. Success step number 5, create a form or landing page to capture email addresses. Next, you'll want to create a form or landing page so you have a way to capture your visitor's email address. This can be done in a few ways by placing a form on your website, blog, or online store, a few of which include a slide-in form, a floating sticky bar at the top of the page, a sidebar in between content at the end of a content article, in the footer, as a standalone subscribe page, on the home page, or as an exit intent form. As a rule of thumb for creating these forms or landing pages, studies have shown that the more information you require people to fill out, the lower amount of subscribers you'll have. Now, I know what you're thinking. I want to have as many people join and stay on my list as possible. While I agree with you on that, remember what your goals are. If all you want to do is build as big of a list as possible, you'll probably want to utilize the most basic email form, which only has one field for a reader to enter their email address and a button to click subscribe. Personally, I think the least you should have on your form is 2 fields, one for the first name and one for the email address. Doing so will allow you to personalize your message better for your subscriber. We'll talk about this a little bit more in step 8. However, if you have a more specific group of people you want on your list, like software engineers, for example, requiring more form fields and information will qualify them, since the average person might not go through all the work to sign up. In short, less form fields equals more subscribers but less qualified, and more form fields equals less subscribers but more qualified. Increase the chances of readers subscribing. A few ways to increase the likelihood of someone joining your list are to let your reader know that you'll maintain their privacy and showing them past examples of what they're going to get. I suggest using the phrase, "Your information is 100% private and never shared," compared to "no spam ever," or anything saying you won't spam them. The first phrase instills trust, whereas the second puts into their head the possibility of actually getting spam, and then they start thinking about how annoying that is and might have them rethinking signing up. Another way to build trust and increase subscribers is to link to a page that shows past examples of your emails. This gives your future subscriber a hint of what they'll get from you when they sign up. Full disclosure decreases or removes concerns or hesitations that would otherwise keep readers from wanting to join your list. Lead magnets are another extremely effective way to capture email addresses. This is where you create something that your reader wants and offer to them for free in exchange for their email address. Lead magnets are perfect for building your list faster, since the user is rewarded for signing up. Lead magnets should also be used to sell your product, since they can show you how interested your reader is in solving a particular problem. Building an automated sales funnel from lead magnet forms is a little more advanced content for this series, so we're not going to cover that here. It would be nice if your job was done after you had one or multiple forms in place, but alas, it isn't. Once you spend the time to create your form and strategically place it on your site, you would do well to A/B split test it with another variation of the same form to maximize the amount of subscribers your form will get. Using different words in your copy and call to action, the placement of images, using a video instead of an image, and even the color and placement of buttons can all have a dramatic effect on the amount of people who will submit their email address on your form. Now, before getting overwhelmed with the thought of having to duplicate and babysit everything you just did, don't worry. Many email marketing services have the ability to split test forms and landing pages already built into their service. The hardest part on your end will be to write the copy and then to click a few buttons to set it up and change a few elements on the landing page or form. There's an entire science to crafting a highly converting landing page, and if a single lead is worth a lot of money to your company, I would strongly encourage you to research LeadPages using my link in the description below. Their landing page software is one of the best, if not the best, I've ever seen. Success step 6, create a subscriber thank you page and an autoresponder. Now that you've created a form or landing page and have split testing set up to maximize conversions, let's shift to nurturing and retaining your new subscriber after they type in their email address and click the subscribe button. The first way to do this is to create a thank you for subscribing webpage on your site that tells your subscriber what to do next. Most email marketing services will have some type of redirect page or pop-up telling the reader they've successfully subscribed. While this is technically sufficient, it doesn't provide your subscriber with any direction on what to do next. They don't know when they'll hear from you, how often, or what to expect when they do. I don't know about you, but when I subscribe to a website that I don't know very well yet, I'm usually concerned about what they're going to do with my email address. So when your reader subscribes, redirect them instantly to a thank you for subscribing page that tells them what to do next and what's going to happen. On the thank you for subscribing page, tell your reader you just sent them an email, what the title of the email is, who it's from, your company name or your name, and instruct them to look for your email in the junk or spam email folders if they can't find it in their inbox. Tell Gmail users to move your email into their inbox if they find it in the social or promotions tab. Gmail accounts for almost 30% of all email accounts in the world, so be sure to have that base covered. The content of each thank you page will differ based on if the reader is simply signing up to receive an email from you versus if you offered a lead magnet in return for their email address. If they just signed up to your list, be personal and add something relatable along with your instructions on what they should do next. I show a picture of my wife and I on my speech therapy website. You could do something similar, or if you really want to get fancy, you could have a GIF or even a video on this page. Your creativity is your only limitation here. Just remember that the goal is to get them to go to their inbox and engage with the email that you sent, not distract them. Ultimately, you'll have to decide that for your audience. I'm just trying to open your mind up to the possibilities. Now, if they submitted their email for a lead magnet, explain what they'll need to do to obtain it, show them an image to remind them of what it looks like, and a screenshot of the action they'll need to take in the email you sent. One strategy that I've seen and used in the past has a link to the lead magnet on the thank you for subscribing page. Giving the lead magnet instantly can be a good thing for your reader, but it can also be problematic for you if they don't go to their email to get it, because it'll decrease your ability to build a relationship with them. Understand that there will always be a percentage of readers who will only subscribe to get your free lead magnet, so it's important for you to let them know you have much more value to give them and that they'll only get that if they stay subscribed. Doing all of this may seem a little overkill, but trust me when I say it'll pay dividends for you in the form of engagement and sales in the long run. Every touch point that your reader has with your content along the way builds trust, strengthens branding, and increases the likelihood that they'll engage not only with that first email, but with future ones. Broken record alert, it's very important that your newly subscribed reader engages with your first email. And this leads us to our next step, sending the welcome email series. This is the final piece of the entire process. It's a 4-part email series that you'll send your new reader all on autopilot. This series should be automated to send within the first 5 to 7 days after your reader subscribes. The first email goes out instantly after they subscribe and read your thank you for subscribing page. In this email, you'll introduce yourself and tell your subscriber what they can expect from you, giving 3 to 10 bullet points about the type of valuable content you'll send them. Let them know how often you'll send, tell your subscriber what your purpose and goals are in sending them emails, ask them to whitelist your email address, include instructions on how to do this if you think it's necessary, and invite them to join you on social media. The second email will go out 1 day after, the third goes out 2 days after, and the fourth email goes out 4 days after. I've included a link in the description with a detailed version of this welcome series with step-by-step instructions for setting up yours and tailoring it to your reader. In the next video, we'll discuss Success Step 7, which talks about the importance of consistently sending to your readers, how much to send, how often to send, and the best days and times to do so. So go ahead and click here to watch that video next. Thank you for watching this tutorial. If you found it helpful, hit that like button or save it and refer to it anytime you need to in the future. If you have any questions about what I covered, leave me those in the comments below. Also, consider joining my Email Marketing Wisdom newsletter. And if you want to receive new videos about email marketing tips, techniques, and strategies, please subscribe to my channel. See you next time.